5 venomous animals to avoid in Hawaii. Hawaii is known for its cinematic sunsets, Mai Tais on the beach, and luau's. Never mind the snakes, spiders, and foot-long millipedes. Don't let the thought of these creepy crawlers dampen your great vacation. Here are 5 venomous animals in Hawaii to avoid. You should keep an eye out for some of these dangerous creatures, but try not to be fearful of them. Remember, these animals do not want to attack you. They only attack if they feel threatened. Before I start this countdown, let's discuss the meaning of venomous, because it is often confused with poisonous. The term venomous is applied to beings that bite or sting to administer their toxins, whereas the word poisonous applies to beings that unload toxins when you eat them. Number 5. The cone snail is one of the largest marine snail families represented in the Hawaiian Islands. Exhibiting stunning patterns and colors, they are quite popular with collectors. Typically active at night, many spend a great deal of time buried under sand or hiding under coral reefs. Cone snails are predators. They rely on smell to hunt other animals. Once it detects its prey, they're projecting a harpoon-like tooth to sting their victim. This sting from the cone snail has the potency of a bee sting that can result in numbness and or severance. There are no recorded deaths in Hawaii. Number 4. The red velvet ant, also known as cow killer, is really not an ant, but is a wasp. People are sometimes confused because the female is flightless while the male has wings. As you have noticed in this video, they are very brightly colored. If you see a wingless female, keep you at her. She packs a nasty sting for defense since she cannot fly. It's rumored that a female has enough venom strong enough to kill a cow, which is why they are called cow killers. The male, on the other hand, just flies around being a pest, and is pretty much harmless. Number 3. Yellowbellied Sea Snake. Hawaii has some of the most strict laws and programs in place to keep them snake-free. Unfortunately, they cannot not boast any more of snake-free islands. The yellow-bellied sea snake has made it to Hawaii, and it's quite venomous. As its name suggests, the snake comes in many bicolored patterns, and a very obvious yellow underbelly. Hampered by small ventral scales common to all sea snakes, the yellow belly moves very poorly on land and prefers to spend most of its life in the water. Like all other sea snakes, the yellow-bellied sea snake carries a highly potent and toxic venom, which can prove very harmful to humans. Luckily, sightings of the yellow belly are rare and bites are even less common. No fatal incidents have ever been reported. Number 2. The black widow spider. Hawaii has many gruesome-looking spiders, but, out of all of them, the most feared is the black widow. The black widow has taken up residence in almost every country on this planet. The female widows spin their 3-dimensional webs in corners that they feel safe. These ladies rarely stray away from their lacy homes, preferring to patiently stay there for their next meal. The typical red hourglass shape on the back of females is a well-known warning signaling nature, because the female black widows are highly toxic. The male, on the other hand, isn't truly the word mentioned. He doesn't spin a web, he's half the size of the female, and he carries no venom. The black widow spider, just like any other creature in this video, only attacks when provoked. If bitten, symptoms might involve abdominal cramps, muscle rigidity and an elevated heart rate. In very few cases, the bite can prove fatal. The last reported fatality happened in 1983. Okay, I'm going off on a tangent before I announce my number 1. I know tiger sharks are not venomous, but I added them to this video for people's awareness. Tiger sharks are becoming a vanishing species. Sharks are the pinnacle to a balanced ecosystem. Their diet consists of picking off the weakest and slowest fish, thus helping to strengthen the gene pool of prey species. Tiger sharks are easily recognized by its blunt snout and the vertical black stripes on both of its sides. Their look might be frightening, and they do have a fierce reputation. But it's widely known that sharks are more afraid of us. Sadly, most of these shark encounters with humans are for harvesting them for their medically valuable liver. So they have a habit of staying away from us. Number 1. Giant centipede. Giant centipede prefers cool moist areas and will hang out under a pile of rocks, buried in garden soil or crossing the road with the chickens. They mainly go out at night to hunt, and occasionally you will find their hunting grounds in your house, under carpets, or in your bathroom. If aroused, these centipedes are aggressive and will chase you. If you happen to be assaulted, the centipede will attach itself to the skin and will gnaw away. You need to beat it off, so if you see one on someone's skin, try to beat it off pronto. The bite will feel like a nasty bee sting with 2 puncture wounds. The pain can be intense, and sometimes lasts for weeks. Statically 90% of the bites will heal with no problems. In very rare cases, an allergic reaction to the toxin can cause issues, and there have been casualties after a bite from a centipede. Whether or not you think that you're going to be fine, go get treated at the local hospitals. They all have experience with centipede attacks. So do you have any experience with anything in this countdown? If so, write a brief story below, and I may give you a shout out in an upcoming video. Thanks everyone for watching.